So, YouTube addiction. If you're anything like me, your day probably goes something like this. You wake up in the morning, maybe around 9 o'clock, you grab your phone to go take a look at your phone, and then you're just scrolling, oh, you happen to open YouTube, and then a couple hours later, oh shit, it's already freaking lunchtime, and you just watch some random YouTube videos that you didn't even really want to watch. And then maybe you go to the bathroom to take a dump, and then you pull out your phone, like obviously while you're taking a dump, you don't want to be bored, so open up YouTube again, like, oh, half an hour later, oh crap, I was sitting on the toilet for like, wasted an hour watching random YouTube. Or maybe something like you're gonna go to sleep, like, oh, I'm gonna go to sleep early, gonna get some good sleep at around like 10 o'clock. But then you grab your phone, it's like, oh, maybe I'll check my phone right before I go to sleep. And then you go on YouTube and like, oh shit, it's already 12 o'clock, wasted two hours, I could have been sleeping. And you might be thinking, or you might have already tried to get rid of this, YouTube addiction, and you probably think I'm gonna have some super trick to like increase your willpower by 2,500%, and then you'll never open the YouTube app again and never watch videos that you want to watch again, and then you kill all your addictions from this willpower trick. But in reality, that willpower is not what is going to get rid of your YouTube addiction. And then I'm sure you've heard all this willpower discipline type stuff before. It obviously hasn't worked because that's why you're here. You still have a problem. But actually this year, forget about discipline and all that stuff, I discovered something that specifically only works for YouTube to get rid of your YouTube addiction. And there's only 3 different steps that you need to do that, interestingly enough, pertain to like the 3 main pages of YouTube: the home page, shorts, and then the subscription page. So of course I'm gonna tell you about the 3 different steps you can do to get rid of your YouTube addiction, or at least what I have done. And as I mentioned, this is very specific to YouTube and it's not gonna work for anything else, but it works very well for YouTube. But before I get into the very specific steps, I think it'll help you to actually understand what is addiction and then why you're actually addicted to YouTube in the first place. So on what is addiction, very quickly, I think you probably already know what addiction is. It's kind of like you're repeatedly do something, you sort of have a need to repeatedly do something even if you don't want to. So whether you want to or not, you just kind of end up keep doing it over and over and over again. So this could be like drugs, this could be like YouTube, as I mentioned, or like any other social media, or like some food you're indulging in. But outside of the definition, I think there's 2 more parts that no one really gets into it. So all addiction is bad, I would say. It's like, you don't want to be addicted to something, that you don't want to have to do something repeatedly whether you want to or not, right? But there's 2 types of addiction. I'd say there's like bad addiction, if that makes any sense, and then there's also good bad addiction. So both types of addiction are bad. But see, like the good bad addiction is like a type of addiction that you sort of want to do, right? Something that you sort of have enjoyment to, so you keep doing it, but you kind of know it's a little bit like maybe a waste of time or is actually physically bad for you. And this could be something like maybe eating a certain type of food or like playing video games, something like you legitimately get some enjoyment out of, but it's like in the back of your mind it's not that great for you. But something like a bad addiction, like this is doing like some kind of drug, like you're doing crack or you're doing some kind of like smoking or whatever, like it's legitimately bad, and maybe you yourself don't even want to do it, like you don't even get pleasure out of it anymore. I mean, a good example actually could maybe be video games. Like you have like 10,000 games, you just keep on playing, but then you realize after you play, like, oh shit, that wasn't even fun, but you wasted like hours and hours doing it, and then you somehow keep finding yourself going back. That's like a bad addiction. And I think definitively like 100% of people, maybe they don't want to get rid of the the addiction, but 100% of people would want to get rid of a bad addiction. And YouTube addiction in particular, and probably most social media addiction, I think you would want to get rid of it. Like it would probably fall into the bad category, because like maybe you're like scrolling through shorts, or you're scrolling through random videos, like you go kind of like, oh, you click this one, you click this one, you click this one, so many clickbait stuff, and eventually you find yourself like watching for hours, watching stuff that you didn't want to watch. So like bad, just complete waste of time, something that you don't want to do, you don't find any enjoyment to, but you just can't find yourself to stop. And that's the reason why I think you should really stop the YouTube addiction, and why I really wanted to stop it and actually went to find a solution for myself. But then now into how do you actually get addicted to YouTube, or like how does this addiction actually start? And coming over to my computer, and I think a lot of times you'll probably be on your phone watching YouTube, and same for me, but I'm just like filming this on my computer, so I'll show you in the desktop view. Although in the mobile view is basically exactly the same, like you have the same tabs and you got like the homepage, subscription, everything like that, shorts. So it's exactly the same either way. So when you're actually addicted to YouTube, this is probably something like how it goes. Like you go into the YouTube and it'll bring you to the homepage like nearly 100% of the time, I guess, unless you have like some history saved or some weird bookmark. And then you come here and you see some like real clickbait stuff like oh, Mr. Beast, like super clickbait. Who else gets 100 million views per video, right? And then you click the video, and after you click that video, you probably, you click this video, and then there's like some stuff suggested. You probably click another one, and then that goes on for a couple hours because because these videos are quite long and quite well made, so they actually bait you in. Or if you're going the shorts route, you'll see some like random like clickbait ass looking shorts like this, and then you click the short, you watch it, and oh, that wasn't very satisfying, only a couple seconds, so you scroll to the next one, scroll to the next one, scroll to the next one, and then a couple hours later, oh shit, you wasted all your time, right? So what I'm going to tell you, the solution for the YouTube addiction is actually going to solve both of these problems, both scrolling through random videos and also scrolling through random shorts. So now on to the actual steps. So let me go to first solving the video and shorts problem. So this you basically will pertain to the homepage and also the shorts page of YouTube. And just 2 steps that you need to do. And I'll show you by just going over to my YouTube channel page right now. So I'm at the history page right now, and all you need to do, so these are the 2 steps. All you have to do is, you see this clear your watch history, you click clear, and then it gets rid of all of it. And then you click turn off your watch history. Right now it says turn on because I obviously turned it off already. There's nothing here. And then what will happen is obviously you get rid of all your history, and then there's going to be no videos. And what that actually does is now YouTube doesn't know what you like to watch, and then also it doesn't start to track what you like to watch. So now it can't recommend you anything new. You might be wondering, like, okay, like how does that do anything for you, right? Well, actually, if you now go to the homepage, you'll see your watch history is off, and then it shows you a black screen, right? Very interesting. And then now if you go to your shorts, you'll be like, oh, shorts recommendations are off. Your watch history is off. So what that means is now when you go to your homepage where all the clickbaiting, all the triggers for YouTube addiction is happening, like it shows you a black screen. There's literally nothing to trigger your YouTube addiction. Same thing with shorts if you watch a lot of shorts. So at this point, the only way you can watch a video is if you go to the search bar. Like this is one of the main ways, at least from the homepage. The only way you can watch a video from the homepage is to go to the search bar and search something very specifically. But if you don't have anything specific, well then you just don't watch any YouTube. And if you have something specific, well then you can just go specifically watch that, like how to whatever, right? Then now you're only getting value out of it. But then the third part of the subscription page, like what do you do there, right? So at the moment, this is the channel that I'm on right now. So I'm not subscribed to anybody. So this is what you see also if you're not subscribed to anybody. It'll just tell you subscribe to stuff, but you won't see any like clickbait videos. So it'll actually help you. But what step you can do with the actual subscriptions, let's say you subscribe to a bunch of random garbage, and some of those videos, like it will show you the videos of the people that you're subscribed to in your subscription page, even if you have your history and stuff turned off. It'll recommend you those videos. What you can do here is unsubscribe to anybody that you get clickbaited into and you feel that you don't get any value out of their videos. Like if you think if their videos are a waste of time, like unsubscribe, and then now it won't show you in your subscription page. So you're basically curating who you're subscribing to in order to only have value there. So the only way you can watch videos is either the search bar, or you go to subscriptions and you see like people that make good quality content that will actually help you. So I'll show you an example. Like for example, you can search up like Hamza, right? And let me subscribe to him right now to show you what it actually looks like. So I subscribe, and then so like homepage, again, nothing. Shorts, nothing. But then subscriptions now it only shows Hamza videos. I mean, you can think whatever you want, but if you think Hamza makes good quality videos, well now, like that's the only thing you can watch. Like the only thing you will actually get recommended to in terms of like new content. So that's really the most basic steps. You need to turn off your history, remove all your history, and then curate your people who you're subscribing to so you only get recommended stuff that is high quality from who you're subscribing to, or if you have something specific, you can use the search bar to search up a video. But then you might be thinking like one last thing, like, oh, I don't really want to clear my history. Like what if I want to like look at a really good quality video that I watched and I want to watch it again, and I need to remember, like keep a good record of what I've been watching so I can do that. Well, actually, I do have another solution for that, and it'll still allow you to have your history turned off. So you have 2 things here that you could do. You could either add the video to your watch later, and then of course it will like just saved in a playlist that you can look at later, but maybe you don't want to do that and only like keep your watch later for stuff that you actually haven't watched. So what you can do instead is, and a lot of people don't know this, is you can just have it as your liked videos. You can see your liked videos and it'll show you a record of the videos that you've liked. And for the most part, I would think that the videos that you actually like are the ones that you might want to go back and watch again. And you might be thinking like, oh, I don't want to just like a whole bunch of videos that I don't really care about just so I can watch it again. Well, that's true, but what this does is you only like it'll actually allow you to think a little bit more and like only like the ones that are truly valuable. Then those are the ones that you'll keep later and potentially rewatch and actually help you remove your distraction, remove your YouTube addiction even more. So in terms of curing my YouTube addiction, those are pretty much the 3 steps that I've done that helped me cure it just this year, and I've implemented this year, and I think they've like severely helped more than anything else. So I don't really have to use very much willpower at all to prevent me from like going down the YouTube rabbit hole. So if you thought this was helpful, consider watching this random video video here that YouTube is recommending, or if you truly thought it was helpful, maybe consider subscribing because I obviously plan on continuing to release more helpful stuff.